Save Ireland's digital economy. Why the US shouldn't pull tech investment. What's at stake? Ireland has become a global tech powerhouse thanks to the large part investments from the US giants like Google, Meta, Apple, and Microsoft. But now there's an increasing pressure from the US policymakers to bring jobs and profits back to the US. If these companies reduce or remove their presence here, it could hit Ireland's economy hard and backfire on the US as well. Why Ireland? So why did these tech giants come to Ireland in the first place? Ireland has a lot to offer, including a 15% corporate tax rate for large companies, which is still competitive globally, an educated English-speaking workforce, a politically stable business-friendly environment, and a crucially direct access to the EU market of over 450 million customers. For US companies, this is the ideal base for running European operations efficiently and strategically. How tech powers Ireland's economy. The tech sector isn't just a small part of Ireland's economy, but is the biggest engine driving it forward. Over 13% of Ireland's GDP comes from information communication technology. That's a massive chunk for a country of just over 5 million people. Over 140,000 jobs are supported by the tech sector, both directly through companies like Google and Intel, and indirectly through suppliers, service providers, and local businesses. Multinational companies, mostly US firms, are responsible for paying around 80% of Ireland's corporate tax. That money funds roads, hospitals, universities, and digital infrastructure. Ireland has also become a key exporter of digital services like software, cloud infrastructure, cybersecurity, and fintech tools. All these flow outward to countries all over Europe and beyond, right from Ireland. What is the risk? In the US, there's growing political pressure to bring technical jobs and profits back home. Some lawmakers argue that American companies shouldn't be basing their operation in low-tax countries like Ireland. They see it as a tax avoidance rather than a global strategy. The Global Minimum Tax Agreement led by the OECD, which the US has signed onto, is designed to stop companies from shifting profits to low-tax countries. While Ireland has agreed to comply with the 15% minimum rate for large firms, it could still affect where businesses choose to operate long-term. On top of that, we've seen early warning signs. Google and Meta have already made layoffs in Dublin. While they're not pulling out entirely, it does raise concern about whether companies see Ireland as part of their long-term strategy. In short, the combination of US political pressure, global tax reform, and shifting corporate priorities is creating serious uncertainty. Why pulling out hurts both sides? If US tech firms start cutting back operations in Ireland, what happens? Firstly, Ireland would lose jobs, and the US also suffers. Ireland offers American companies a bridge into the EU. You can't easily replace that, as Ireland is the only English-speaking country in the EU. If firms move operations back to the US, they'll face more red tape, higher costs, and greater distance from the European customers. The teams here in Ireland aren't just support staff, they're also engineers, marketeers, legal experts, and data scientists. Removing them from the equation means losing institutional knowledge, cultural understanding, and local market insights. US companies have also built massive infrastructure here, from data centers, regional headquarters, and R&D labs. Leaving all that behind wouldn't just be expensive, but would not be strategically viable. Pulling out of Ireland would weaken the global competitiveness of American tech firms. It is not just about tax, but about how smart and sustainable they can be. A call for continued partnership. Ireland isn't just a tax-friendly place to stash profits, but it's also a thriving digital ecosystem that adds value to companies in the US and to their global strategy. It just doesn't host operations, but could also contributes ideas, innovation, and growth. Ireland has helped American companies scale up across Europe for years, and it wouldn't be advisable to walk away from that. Investing in Ireland isn't just about tax, but it's also about partnership, shared goals, and a future where innovation knows no borders. Google Analytics Insights, what our viewers want. The top content was Bitcoin for beginners, challenges facing Ireland's tech industry. 29.9% of traffic comes from browse features, and best performing videos are under 6 minutes. The peak engagement was 1 to 2 minutes in. In terms of analytics, the content with the most viewers was Bitcoin for Beginners with 43.3% of the viewership. The second was Challenges Facing Ireland's Tech Industry with 35.8%. Peak channel engagement was around the 9th of February 2025. The most traffic to the channel was from browse features at 29.9%. How to grow the channel. Optimizing videos with stronger keywords gives better engagement. Titles like Bitcoin for Beginners and Challenges Facing Ireland's Tech Industry got more engagement. Sticking to a consistent schedule of 2 weeks so that viewers can know when to expect new content also helps.